Hey everybody, on today's episode I'm going to be making des petits tartelettes aux noix, or caramel and nut tartlets, little tiny ones. It's something I had a little while back when I made a trip to France many years ago. And you know, the squirrels know something. It's winter time, and nuts are a really good source of protein, a little bit of carbs, and a lot of fat. Very nutritionally dense. And I decided, well, why not? I'm going to share this one with you guys. Anyways, let's go. And on today's episode, caramel and nut tartlets. Here, I have a perforated tart ring. This allows for the heat to penetrate better, crisp everything up. I'm also using a perforated silicone mat. It does the same purpose. Better heat circulation, makes it crispier. Anyways, here are our ingredients. We're going to need 200 grams of unsalted butter. Next, we're going to need 100 grams of confectioner's sugar or icing sugar, 300 grams of flour, 1 egg, and for flavoring, we're going to be using 2.5 mils of vanilla extract, but you could use lemon zest too. So here we go, let's put it together. First, we get a big bowl, and we're going to put in our unsalted butter. Then, we're going to add our sugar to the mix. Then, after that, we're going to add our flour. Now, as an additional step, and I usually like to do this, is to add a touch of salt. Salt reestablishes balance, but this is entirely to your taste. Anyways, we turn on our mixer, or if you're doing it by hand or with a pastry cutter, just keep on chopping it up. And then we'll gradually incorporate the egg and the vanilla extract until it starts to look lumpy like this. Then we stop, grab it all together, form it into a ball, and then we're going to put it in a plastic bag or wrap it up with some plastic and let it rest in the fridge for half an hour. So while the dough is resting, I'm going to toast 50 grams of walnuts, 60 grams of hazelnuts, and 40 grams of almonds in a dry pan. You can also do this in a low oven. This is just to get the nutty aromas and flavors out. This is going to be part of our filling, so we toast it up. And when you start to smell the nuts, stop and put it aside. So now we take out our dough, we roll it very thin, get a cookie cutter for our base, and we get a nice pan to support our perforated silicone. We cut our bases, 5 of them. And here I'm using a pizza cutter to cut some strips. And this is how we assemble the pies. Put a base inside our ring, line it with those strips, and we get our fingers a little wet, and this seals the inside so nothing leaks out. Then we trim right to the level of our perforated tart tins, and then they're all set. Now we're going to blind bake these. So basically, we cut out a circle of parchment, we weigh it down with some weights like beans or sand or sugar or flour, and we bake it. This is known as blind baking. This is so that you can create a shell and you can fill it later. So you see, we weighed it down with some dried beans, put it into a preheated oven at 375 for 20 minutes, and look at this. The improved heat circulation made everything crispy and it's all well cooked. So now we're going to heat 125 mils of 35% cream, 10 grams of butter, and 150 grams of sugar in a nonstick pan. So we're going to make our caramel here. So when the sugar starts melting, moving the sugar towards the center, when it becomes this amber color, we're going to carefully add the butter. This is extremely hot and it has a tendency to splatter, and you don't want that hitting your skin. Then we add our heated cream to the mixture, and we still maintain those safety standards. Look out for the splatter. And once all the cream is incorporated, we're going to add the toasted nuts to the caramel. Stir it up to make sure everything gets covered with all the caramel goodness. And then the result should be something that's very gooey, very nutty, pretty pliable. And this is the filling for our little tart shells. So the next step is to spoon it into them. And there you have it. Caramel and nut tartlets. A good winter dessert. Very simple to do. And I encourage you to try it out. Anyways, I certainly hope you enjoyed 2022. keep on looking for good comfort foods wherever you find them. And I'll see you next week.